Hey, it's We're Okay here with the redstone thingy. Yeah, let's select our level. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Level 2? No, I don't want level 2. How about level 3? No, not level 3. Level 4, the separated one over here. So let's go. Yeah, level 4. Anyways, what's up, guys? My name is We're Okay here. We're okay here? Yeah, no, it's just We're Okay. I'm so sorry about that. My brain derps sometimes. It has issues. And you are looking at a sponge wall. But what's this? It's redstone. Anyway, I'm going to teach you how to make a 4-way selector switch. Ugh, OCD. Using binary. If you don't know what binary is, it's basically setting the time to 0 because the sun goes down. Not really. It's all it is ones and zeros. But once you decode those ones and zeros, they become numbers and letters and just bits of code in general. So let's start off with the basics. Let me go ahead and break down this sponge wall right here, so you can see what goes on whenever I hit this start button right here. No, not start. Let's see. Level select. Alright. So, now that we know what this is, level select, we can see what it does. All this is here is a one-tick pulser. So, when you hit the button, it pulses, and whenever a piston receives a one-tick pulse, it will push the block out or pull it back in, but it won't do both like a normal piston should. So I'll just show you. Like if you were to use a normal button, it would come out and come back in, and it would push the block out and push it back in. That's weird. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I'm guessing you know what I mean if you're looking at something for redstone. So we'll just see it in action. So right now you have one block out and you have one block in, and this is off, I think, so 0 and that's a 1. So on is 0 and 1 is off. Yeah. Does it make sense to you? Okay. I don't want to know. So we hit the button and we see that they both retract, meaning that they're both on, I think. Yes. Meaning that they're both quote-unquote on. And so what it does is we have, now that they're both off, we have a decoder here. So this is a binary decoder. So it'll basically translate binary into a form of code. And so here, this bit of binary decoder says, oh, well, if they're both off, then the redstone on top should be off, thus turning on this torch, making it look selected. So if this torch is on, then it's selected. This is off, so it's not selected. This is off, so it's not selected. And this is off, so it is not selected. And the only special thing about this one is that whenever you choose it, it says level 1 selected. So, and you could do that with any of these. It was just a bit too time consuming, and to show you like how you could set it up in different ways. So now that we have our decoder for our first bit of selection, level 1 selection, we'll hit it again, and for this time they both come out, signaling that they're both off. And this bit of binary decoder says, oh, well, if both of these lines are saying off, then the redstone on top should be off, thus switching this one to the on position, making it this selected block or selected level of choice. So yeah, so whenever you hit start, it'll send a signal through all these, and since you can't send a signal through air, it has to, this repeater sends a signal through this block saying, say, level 2. So you can also put like teleport if you want them to, whoever for your game to teleport, or game, or whatever else you might be using this for. Servers, I don't know. So you just click it and it'll teleport you or do whatever you want it to do. So I'll just show you the other two. So you hit it again, this one's off, or this one's on, this one's off. So your decoder says on off, okay, let's do it. And there you go. And the last one here, off and then on. And so yeah, there's the decoder, it says it's off. Anyway, so I'll get to the more complicated-ish part to that in a second. What I wanted to do now was show you the display. So we know that if one of these torches is selected, that means that all the redstone on top of it has to be off. So you can take that and turn it into a sort of display. So our first line, actually let me go ahead and change it to level 1. So if level 1 is selected, that means all the redstone on top of the torch is off. So it's off up until here, and we have to invert it to show that the level 1 is being selected. And that goes for all of these all the way down until level 4. And the reason why I have a block pushed up here is because of piston quasi-connectivity. So if I were to put a block right here and put a piece of redstone running on top of it, then it would push out and it would never retract. Or it would extend and then it would never retract. I just use really weird vocabulary. It would extend but it wouldn't retract because of repeater quasi-connectivity. It thinks it's supposed to be on, and it won't come back until it basically becomes a BUD, block update detector. So you can expand this. You can expand the display however you want. You could either space it out one by one, or you could put them all right next to each other. So I tried to like exemplify both of them here. So you just have one coming in, and in order for this to work, you have to have the signal go through a block, or else if you power a lamp directly, it'll act as a powered block, thus powering the block next to it as well. Like this. Hang on, let me go ahead and show you what it'll do. See, it'll light up both of them, and that doesn't work for this purpose. So we just want one lit up. Alright, so that's that. Pretty simple redstone stuff, nothing too complicated. But now this can be expanded infinitely. This can be expanded infinitely, but you can only expand it as 2 to the x, like 2 to the power of, where's my caret? Oh no, caret. 2 to the power of x, just like that. And the reason being is because probability, or well, the concepts of probability. So for each one of these pistons, you have the possibility of 2 pieces of information, either on or off. Now if you add another one, you have to multiply that by 2 because you're adding another 2 options. It's a fundamental counting principle. So you have 2 options that have 2 options each, so you have to multiply them by 2. Now if you were to add another repeater in here, or another piston, excuse me, then you would have to multiply that number by 2. So then you would have 2 to the third, which is 8. So you can have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and so on options. But now you may want to have a 5-button selector thing, switch sort of deal going on. And actually you can do that. And the way you can do that is by adding another one, obviously. So adding your third piston. So let me go ahead and do that here. Need to keep the same color wool. And where'd the torch go? I need a torch. So adding a torch, and all you have to do is you'd have to extend this line all the way out and fix your binary decoder so that it'll include this third line here. And once say you wanted 5, so you'd build your 5th decoder out here. Let me go ahead and sort of do that right here. So say you build out your 5th decoder, and on your 6th decoder, what you'd want to do is have it lead back. So once it was activated right here, you would want that to lead back all the way to your reset button. And so you just do that really quick. Oh, I think I missed one, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. So what you would do is, obviously it wouldn't run right through the line. This is just to try and do a shortcut. So what you do is you'd run it all the way back to your reset button. And now what your reset button will do is, if any of these are out or in, if you give a piston a signal that is more than one tick, then it'll extend and then retract. So if you have a block that's already out, say in the quote-unquote on position, then it would extend and retract this block back, so all of them would be retracted in such a fashion, and then you would be back at 1. So it's pretty easy. So that's how you could have a 5-level selector if you wanted to. And then you could actually extend this up to infinity. So you could have 1 through, or well, 2 to infinity, because obviously if you had 1, then you could just do a button for that, a single button. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. My name's WeAreOK, and I am not exactly a master redstoner, but I know my stuff, kinda. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment what you thought. And if you want an example of a 5-button selector switch thing, then I will build one, and I will give you the upload, or I will upload it, and I'll give you the download link if you want to use it. So I'm gonna provide the download link. I'll clean it up a bit, maybe like get rid of the sponge and make this look neater, so you can use this schematic in MC Edit. And anyways, guys, as the night is falling, I will say goodbye and good night to all of my fans, and thank you so much for watching.